the Japanese society has like this. They have pressed down this new religion, and including us. And then there was a widely spread rumor that next target next to Om Shilligyo is like a UC. There was the police, Japanese police coming to church is on the newspaper and headline and all that. And it became really bad. And then in that environment, actually Father blessed Gukjunim to go into Japan to look over the church side and financial side. And then and everybody said, and Gukjunim like looked at the whole situation, and then he said he and also he saw the kidnap and then the confine and kidnap issue. And then all the Japanese leaders said, "Oh no! If you touch that, that's like the you are opening the box that you don't wanna even see, you don't wanna open and all that." But I have to really give a credit for the confinement and then the kidnap issue, the solving that issue and then making the solution for that step by step to actually Gukjunim.
Right.
Because Gukjunim is the one who strategized and mobilized the European UN and then American UN, and then of course Hangjunim helped in any way possible. For example, we did the 10,000 signature movement for Japanese, freeing the Japanese members from confinement and then kidnap issue. And then he also asked the sisters to come up who actually had a confinement issue and then kidnap issue to go up to the camera and talk about, and they make a testimony to show that this is actually real. This is what really happened. And then in the beginning, nobody really believed that can happen, and Japanese government will back down about this one. But since the Japanese, since the whole international pressure was on Japanese government,
right? Because Injinam was working with the American Congress.
That's also another one. American congressman came to the and then the ACLC Clutch was also doing the demonstration about this. And because of all the international effort, and then in the Europe side, there was we mobilized the Geneva UN to speak up about. We put the agenda to really make a shine. And this Japan said they are a very developed country, they are a free country, but look what their government has done to our people. And they say there's a religious freedom, but they actually don't have a religious freedom and like this. And then about like, I don't know how long it took to make a result, but it's like about a year, less than a year. There was Japanese government started backing down from the invading to our church because of this. So, and then many Japanese leaders also worked behind with the, another route to work with the government route so that they can really back down. So it was an international effort to really win the case in the Goto case. And I'm very proud that Goto-san also, it must be very hard for him to go against his parents and then, stand on the court to speak against his parents. But he did for many Japanese brothers and sisters in our church, so I'm very proud of him too. It's kind of funny when it's like if you are in it, sometimes it's hard to analyze it because you are part of it. Sometimes everybody knows our family problem, but I can be very blind because I'm in it. So I cannot really say that, oh, there's something wrong with the true father and true mother's relationship. When I joined the true family, it was a 2000, no, not 2000, 1997. And I just accepted the way everything is operated, how mother is relating to father. And I just thought that is the way it is. But mother was often get very upset about father's comment about father say something in public in hundoke. At that time there was hundoke, and mother was very upset, and she can be upset. She shows that she's upset, and but
what kind of comments?
Like mother does not know anything about father, and those kind of things. Or mother talk back to me, and then father bring this up in front of leaders, and mother was very uncomfortable, and she sometimes stands up and walks out. Mother was not quite happy with those comments, and then when they go up, mother was showing that she's angry at his kind of comment. And couple of times I saw father, commenting about her in front of people, and mother sometimes stand up and leave the room. And then I sometimes saw her going upstairs. She's crying because she felt really bad about it, how people's gonna think about her. And at that time, if I'm being honest with you, I actually took mother's side, and they said, "Oh, if my husband did this to me, I'll be very embarrassed." And that's how I thought, because I could only see their relationship in terms of a human relationship. But at the same time, I can see father trying to reach out to her, but she's like, no, and like this. And I saw that moment too. And then I have to say, the dynamic, in my perspective, their dynamic really changed after 2006, when the Cheongpyeong Palace was built. Because since the Hannam-dong, the where they reside in Korea, is very tightly managed, right? But in Cheongpyeong Palace, it's a huge thing. So when father is away, I see mother time to time meet with the leaders separately while father is doing hundoke. So I thought, okay, mother is doing her work. I'm sure she has things to take care of, and that's what I thought. And then I just accepted it that way. And sometimes mother talks about that, to even our children, she says, "Oh, your Wangappa, which is true father, making my life so hard." And I thought, okay, maybe there's something they fought over. Maybe that's what I thought. And then I didn't really think about it as a really big deal, actually, because I understand that how they're husband and wife, and they can fight. That's actually what I thought. But as we, my husband and I, attended True Father really closely, and after as she meets with other leaders, and she voices out opinion, and sometimes I can see that conflicts with father. So father used to work out every single day, like 5 o'clock if it's hundoke, and father, we go there like a 4:30 or 4:25. Father is already doing exercise. He wakes up at like I don't know when he woke up, but he said he's been working out for an hour, and after he work out and he take a quick shower and he goes to hundoke. That used to be his routine, but after the helicopter incident, father was not able to do that physically. And then he needs somebody to hold him, always be next to him to preventing him like a trip or lose his energy in his legs. So my husband was always next to father, and then some other attendants to help father to support. So after then, father become more not mobile. I can see mother is becoming more. They fought even more, and then mother's reaction towards father became more strong, more visible. And then many times when they are in Las Vegas, 전하고, many true family members going to their room, and then mother was really sometimes screaming at father, and father was quite upset at her. And there's a couple times that they fought and came out to the hundoke. So father, in the middle of a father is speaking, and mother just walk out. And then she shows visibly that she's angry in front of a member. She used to not do that. Even though she's angry, she'll walk out and she will try to calm down upstairs. But like last 2-3 years, she visibly showing she's angry in front of members, father, and then all those kind of video was actually erased by the video crew. Actually, mother asked Youngjinim about this. You know, why do you think your father makes my life so difficult like this? And at the time, I did not know what she thinks of a father. I just did not know. As a woman, I really thought I had to console mother. You know, I have to be for her. And Hyungjinim was very clear about this. Hyungjinim said, you know what, mother? He's training you tough so that you can be really glorious true mother. So, you know, for you, there's only one person who can really train you, who can, you know, make you into real true mothers, the real queen that really who loves God and who loves true Christ, and that's why he's training you. This is a training period. That's how he actually said. But mother could not actually hear that. You know, she could not hear that. She was not in a space to hear those kind of things. And she started to say, father is also from lineage that is Satan's lineage. And she started to say that, and she said, also she also said, I learned nothing from father, but I knew everything. She also said, I did not read a divine principle or Bible, and I didn't have to do the fasting, but I knew when I came in. I knew. That's oftentimes she told even to us. So yeah, that was our perspective, and Hyungjinim was constantly there to really you know, make the mood better and happier. And then when we attend the parents, even like when we go to Korea, father he does not want to spend his time in Cheongpyeong. So what father wanted to do is he's going out to Yeosu, which is the southern part of Korea, because Cheongpyeong, as you know, father loves to make conditions with the fishing, right? But in Cheongpyeong, he cannot do fishing. They made an artificial pond, but it's too small for father who knows the ocean, right? So father loves ocean, so he went to the southern part, which is called Yeosu or Gyeongdo, and he likes to stay there. And mother often send our couple, and she said she needs to take care of her health, or she has a meeting or something like that, so why don't you go? And then we time to time we stay there 2 or 3 days with our mother, and when we call mother, when my husband called to mother, can we go up? And she sometimes say, oh, don't come up, I have other things to do, and you stay there with your father, and like that.
Yes. So she was saying, don't delay coming
back. But my husband is such a prankster, he just goes up sometimes. Oh, mommy, I'm coming. It's good. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. That was mother's reaction. Yes. It didn't happen like all at once. It happened one by one. So you know, that is the thing. This is something I want to really say. Many people say, oh, Hyungjinim is resentful, and Hyungjinim wants to take the power over, and he's doing this because, you know, his reign is delayed, and, you know, all that. But really, you know, if Hyungjinim just stay silent and not talking about anything, then, and then, you know, he just go along with what mother was doing, he did not have to go through all this ordeal and crying out for breaking the silence and getting all the backlash and, you know, getting all the criticism and all the curse from people that you are not a failure son because of you, whatever it is. And the second one that I really want to say is the one who most got scarred by what mother did to them are them, because they are the one who put their entire trust on father and mother. Father and mother.
When you say them, who do you mean them?
Hyungjinim and Gukjinim.
Yeah.
They actually put trust on mother too, not only father. Yes, you know, there was a friction between father and mother. There was, you know, not agreement. There was sometimes, you know, such a tense moment, but they could take it. They're adult. They have a husband and wife. I'm sure sometimes I really make my husband mad too. But the thing is, they still put their trust on mother, that mother will make a good decision. And a couple of times, Hyungjinim told Hyungjinim sees everything so closely. So Hyungjinim mentioned Gukjinim that Gukjin, you know what? Maybe we should not put everything under mother's name, because everything was under mother. The Mission Foundation, the big Cheonbok Church, the mega church in our church in Seoul, and then Changpyeong Foundation. Many things was under mother's name, because Gukjinim at that time he was the head of the Korean Foundation, Business Foundation. So he actually persuaded other people to put things under mother's name, because father, after Denver, he did not put anything under his name. And then he said that is the right way to do, because he has a spiritual authority. So since father will not take any legal position, Gukjinim put all his trust to mother. And then he not only just it's a word or position, he put $50 million under her control. So she put that money in Mission Foundation. So he put all, so that, you know, mother doesn't have to beg around the leaders when father is not there. So Gukjinim, you know, really prepared her way so that she can be a victorious true mother from inside and outside. He was really preparing for that. So when Hyungjinim said that, you know, when he came out as Harlot of Babylon, when he did the sermon about Harlot of Babylon, and it says there's a mystery. You know, mystery was her name or something like she had a mystery on her forehead. And to Kukjinim and Hyungjinim, it was a mystery. Mother was totally mystery that she would do something like this. And it didn't register them until she really, until father really was hospitalized, and then she wanted to pull the plug. Until that moment, it did not register them. They were fully there for mother. They, Hyungjinim, Kukjinim made an external foundation like that. Hyungjinim was preparing for mother's glorious reign too, because mother is true mother, and then they don't wanna, they really wanna support her to become a victorious true father and victorious true mother. And then Hyungjinim made a card about true mother and true father and true mother. In Korea, I have to say, people didn't respect true mother so much. It's almost like a cultural thing that it's not. They often criticize mother about she didn't graduate high school, and she just raised in the greenhouse and she knows nothing, and she just receive the respect and love, and there's like a list of criticism, and you don't know how many clothes she has, you know how wealthy she is. There's a list of criticism. Hyungjin was well aware of that. So we were really aware of that thing. So aware of the criticism. So Hyungjin made even a card, made a prayer for father, made a prayer for mother, so that they can recite, and it was like a business card size card. And then I often distribute that to members. Whenever I meet members, I hand in that card, and we made in the 3 different languages. And we had a little ceremony, the regular ceremony. We actually asked the members to recite that. And Hyungjin was really actively supporting mother, even spiritually like that too. And then I also made a speech. When there's one time I have to deliver a message because Hyungjin was away, and I talked about mother. Entire speech was about mother, how faithful wife she is. Because we want mother to be victorious. It's not that we don't know about the rumor and criticism and things that not going well with mother, with father. But we know that we want mother to be really victorious, and we believe that that was not mother's true nature. That and that was our really real perspective. In the hospital, when father was hospitalized, and mother wants to pull the plug. And at the time, Hyungjin was world president, so he was sending a daily memo that please pray for father and like this, but mother wanted to pull the plug.
The life support.
Life support.
Yeah.
And some people say, if my father and mother is in that situation, it's sometimes a humane thing to pull the plug. And some people actually say that. But we are not talking about just regular father here. We are talking about Messiah. We are talking about father that father is conscious. He's not. Although he had all this life support, he was conscious. He was lucid. So, Hyungjin and Kukjin's opinion was we have to let father naturally pass away. We can't do this, and mother and Hyonam Kim was very strong about this, and Hyonam Kim was starting to mention about Hyojinim and Hyungjinim is here, and Youngjinim is here. They want to receive father in spirit world and all that. And then literally, that's why. And then Hyungjinim told mother in private that there was father is in the 5th floor, and we are like in this 12th floor, 10th floor, and there was a little room that we borrowed so that we can go down to father anytime. So everybody took turn, and they slept upstairs in the hospital room. And then it's a relatively good sized room, and there's a little room, and then there's a living room, and there's a little room. And then Hyungjin and mother went into that room, and then they were talking about in this issue, and then all of a sudden there's a big slapping sound came from the room, and the mother was so upset, and she's starting to, you don't know anything, and something like that. You are still young, or I can't remember what it was, but the big sound came out. And then at that moment, we kind of knew that mother kind of hit him. I don't know where she hit him, but it was a visible sound that she hit him, because she didn't like Hyungjin's strong opinion about, we cannot do this. And then after that, Hyungjin and Gukjunim asked the elders to come and what they think about, Humo's opinion and pulling the plug, and mother's opinion pulling the plug. Hyungjin and Gukjunim suggested let's at least do this method, and let's do some kind of acupuncture for father so that we can extend his life, and But mother was so upset in any suggestion that Hyungjin and Gukjunim would say. And then father, after he went to Cheongpyeong, his physical body stopped. Yeah. In Korea, there's a ceremony that before they bury the body, they wipe the body with a cloth, and then that's called yum in Korea. And actually, mother stopped Hyungjin and Gukjunim to do the yum for father. And you guys don't know Korean tradition, so I want other people to do it. But usually that's done by sons, a family member. But mother was she was not happy even letting them have that opportunity. And she was upset throughout the whole entire Seonghwa ceremony period. It was 12 days, 13 days. So there was a long period of Seonghwa ceremony so that they can receive everybody can say farewell, Father, on earthly realm. We know that Father is in spirit and He's always with us. The Christ never dies. We know that. But in earthly realm, we just mourn that we can't see Father physically. We can't see His smile, His voice physically. So during that whole period, there's many friction, many unspoken words were there. But after that ordeal, mother want Hyungjin not to be in Korea. And then she said all of a sudden one day she called us up after Father Seonghwa, and she said now Injinonis matter, the Injinonis scandal came up, and then you have to go and then make things right. I fired her from her position. I stopped all the Love and Life ministry. So you go there and then you make things right. And then she said, do not even come back for 3 years. So she was very strong about, you don't come back for 3 years. She was very strong about this. So, I even had to ask her. I had to have an ask her. Asking her, saying that, so do we come back for event, right? Church event, right? And she's like, you can come back for that. And she said, leave all your children behind, and then you go there, and then for 3 years, don't even think about coming back. So, and then there was what is it, in Korea, I don't know the American tradition, but in Korea, there's always, when the leadership changes, there's what is it, step down ceremony and the inauguration ceremony like this. But there was no such a thing. It was such a hurry that Hyungjin got fired. Just the way Hyungjin got fired was basically, we got a phone call from Peter Kim that you're basically fired from Korean president position. And then one of the Korean headquarters staff brought the letter, paper that I'm resigning from this position, and that was. Yes.
He had to sign that letter?
Yeah, he had to sign that, some kind of document, legal document, I believe it was. I'm stepping down from family fed of a Korean church and something like that. And, you know, and I remember that person actually cried in front of Hyung Shin that how unjustifiedly the way he was fired was so justified and so shameful. That staff who brought the paper cried. He's a man, but he really cried in front of Hyung Shin and said sorry that we could not do any better.
Yeah.
Or to do that. Anyway. And then a series of things, and after that we came to America, and then one by one he was laid off from the position.
From this other position.
Yeah. And then I remember one time mother called from Korea, and then since you are in America, you can't really serve as a mission foundation head, so we're gonna fire you from the position. And one time she called, and then she didn't discuss us in advance, of course, and just one phone call, and you know, you are away, so I made a decision, so you are you're fired from that position, and you don't have any objection, right? And then that was it. And then the other positions we heard from other people that we are fired. Yes.
Oh, really?
He was fired, yeah. In America, you know, it was a very depressive atmosphere there. The faith was so low. Father just passed away, and engineering scandal just blew up. And then people also cannot trust us. You know, how can we know you didn't know about this?
Right.
You know, as a leader, how can you not know about this?
Right.
But I'm saying this, we did not know. We absolutely did not know. And then the day everybody, it was, I think it was during the father's Seonghwa that everybody found out, right? The day I remember, I heard that Injinani talked with the mother about this issue. And then the day before she talked to mother, that's the day we found out. And then I remember Hyung Shin looking at this the computer document, and said, "Who made this document? This is a fraud. We can sue for this."
Oh,
and
you're talking about the birth certificate?
Yeah, birth certificate. Yes. Hyung Shin was actually so angry about the whole, you know, somebody, you know, made this ridiculous document, and he was like, angry at this person, and we gotta sue this person. They went too far, and to the end, he actually, you know, could not believe what happened. And then we came to America, and the member was angry, not only angry that father is not here, angry at you know, Injunan did what she did, and they're angry at us because we are in front of them, and they're not sure that we are trustworthy or not. So all these things were in front of us, and you know, but we knew what we had to do, so we did the 12 city. Was it 12 city tour? Was it 7 city tour?
7 or I don't know.
Yeah, we started to do tour, and some people even asked, "How can we know that you guys are together? You guys might be making these things up like this too." And then and then yes, a couple of people asked, "How can you tell us that you never knew about it?" and then things like that. And you know, we answered, and Hyung Shin was spiritually very low too. You know, it's like the things he has to deal with that he never. Oh, it's windy. Is it okay?
Don't blow away, please.
It will not, of course not. Hyung Shin was very low, but you know, that's why it's important to really, it's like a lifeline to chase after Father, because as he really cling on to Father for answer, how he really navigate this, and Father gave him answer in dream.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was Father was my husband was in some kind of blessing setting, and then he was in blessing setting, and Father was so upset about something. Something that like he was upset at one couple that the blessing standard of blessing is falling down, and then and then the and then the young and then as he walked into Father's room, and Father looked at Hyungjinim and said, "It's absolute sex." That's the one word Father told Hyungjinim. And Hyungjinim woke up and he was like, he got the answer. He got the answer how to really building the American church back again. It's on the foundation of absolute sex. So that's what we taught. That's what we taught as we finished the 7-city tour. We did the the sermon recording on Wednesday. We often talked about absolute sex as the center of family, because when the husband and wife relationship collapses, we can't pass it down to our children. We can't receive God.
Right.
So the husband and wife relationship, we always have to attend God in their heart, and then the physical realm, as we make the vertical alignment, we have to also husband and wife as a partner, living partner, loving partner. They also have to be united. And that method that Father taught was that training ground is the practice is absolute sex. So that was the message that we constantly put it out. And at that time, I know that there's a great tension between Hyungjinim and Mother. So what I did was I made we served for American church for 3 months. During that time, I made a written report and send out to by internet. I send it. I write it and then once every twice a week, I send out report to Mother, and then this report and this we are doing this and this, and we went to this city, and then my husband spoke there for received the question for 5 hours. One time I believe it was 7 hours, and then we did what we are doing, and then this kind of question come up and all that. And then we also said we are teaching absolute sex again, and then we are also making we are really want to make Father. No, it's not. Please, excuse my. Please, I made it. We can't say we made it. No way. We want Father to understand. We want people to understand Father better. And one of the things that people really misunderstand Father about is the 6 Marys, and we know about this. So Hyungjinim really researched, and then he really ask all the scholars in our church in America to give input to that. So we were really making the PowerPoint to how to really explain this as a providentially, and then you can watch one of Hyungjim's sermon about this too. And then I sent out this report thinking that Mother would be very happy about this, but she said we got email. I got an email from Wonju. Wonju is saying that you immediately stop absolute sex teaching, and then immediately stop about 6 Mary PowerPoint education course and all that. So it was just shut down. I think it was 2013. 2012, Father, there's a Father's Ascension. 2013, there was a big big ceremony, the church ceremony. I believe it was a God's Day around that time, 2013 God's Day. And then we were in America. We went to Korea to celebrate it. And then she talked to Hyungjinim about, I'm gonna change God's name into Heavenly Parent too. So we are like, Hyungjinim was like, Mother, you cannot do that. You cannot change God's name into something else. Otherwise, we are not serving same God. The biblical God is only one. Yes, there's a female aspect and the male aspect in God, within God. But just like even though you have a masculine aspect in you, but you are female. Right. And then what Father taught us was very clear. God is subject, and He is 남성격 주체. I don't know how to say this in English. Can you let me? There's the divine principle term there. God is not male. I think there's a masculine subject position.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. It's called 남성격 주체 in Korean, but I don't know in English. Anyway, so Father clearly taught us, and we cannot just change it like that. And Hyungjinim, gave an explanation saying that we call Father not because he's some kind of a male misogynist and then want to put down all the women. No, we call Father because he's a subject in front of all humanity. We are all object and he's subject. That's why we call Father. But Mother was very strong about it, and then she actually already kind of said it to leaders. So some leaders were actually in their prayer, they were actually praying in Heavenly Parent's name. So Hyungjin said, this is not absolutely, no, you can't do this. And after that, there was a big ceremony in front of many members in the basement of, is it first floor or basement? I think it's a basement of a Cheongpyeong Palace. And then Mother, all of a sudden, she just, Hyungjin, now the continental leader is Kim Gi-hoon. Hyungjin was continental leader, but I don't think she mentioned that Hyungjin is fired, but she said a new person is a continental leader, and everybody was clapping. And then we were like so shocked. And
that's when you learned?
Yeah, that's when we learned. And I'm like, oh, okay, Father, have you ever talked to Mother about this? Honey, have you ever talked about this? And then he was totally stunned too, because after that we went up, and then she said, now your mission is over in America, and that's when she let us know about it. So that's why there was Hyungjin knew that's at that time when we went to America, and then the atmosphere was very low, so he never did an inauguration ceremony. But that's why the way he was laid off, fired, was so bizarre that there was no stepping down ceremony either. So but we served basically 3 months. Mother promised us 3 years, but after that it was just we were laid off.
So then, after that, then what did you and he decide to do?
We came back to America, and Hyungjinim wanted to since there's no stepping down ceremony, Hyungjinim wanted to at least say farewell to members, because he promised 3 years. When we did the 7 years tour, Mother promised for 3 years. So let's make this church that true parents can be proud of. And he was going around to say this, and then we were just all of a sudden just disappearing out of thin air. then it's gonna be very bizarre to our members. So what we Hyungjin decided to do is I think it was a 3-paragraph or something like that. He wrote it, and then he said, I'm gonna keep on teaching about absolute sex, and I'm gonna keep on, you know, I was a little bit surprised by this sudden laid off, but you know, he kept a, you know, high beat. He kept a positive attitude. But the way mother received was she was so angry at this letter. She was so angry at this letter. She asked all the leaders. It was like 40 leaders, 40 major Korean leaders. She gathered them, and then we heard from somebody. Actually, one of the major leader came to our house to persuade Hyungjin that, you know, to repent in front of mother, because she was so upset at this letter, and she cried in front of these 40 leaders, Korean leaders, that how unfilial piety he is doing this to her. So Hyungjin was like, I just wrote a resignation letter, and then there's nothing that, you know, you can be so upset about this. But she was basically strongly demanding for apology. So, and you have to come within 3 weeks and you know, give apology me. Then I don't know what she threatened. I don't know what she said to him. What she didn't tell him directly. She send the ambassador, so to speak, one leader, and then to convey what mother said. So basically, you have to, within three weeks, you have to come, and you have to repent and all that. So after that, Hyungjin, so you know, Hyungjin is a good man, and he really loves mother. He really loves mother. And then I also really persuade him, let's go to Korea, and it's not good to really make mother angry and all that. So Hyungjin did go to mother, and then did go to mother. But, you know, it's you know, when I look back, I was such a coward. You know, I'm just when I look back, I'm very shameful for what I did. But Hyungjin, when I, you know, I almost like, honey, don't say anything to mother, because I know his opinion, what he's gonna say. Don't say anything. Just, you know, you just show your face, and then I came. You know, if I feel any of your feeling, I'm sorry, and we just come out, and that's all we need to do, okay? But you know, Hyungjin, of course, you know, Hyungjin did not do that. But I want to really, you know, we want to say this. Hyungjin was so respectful to mother. He actually kneeled down in front of mother, and he hugged her while he's talking about this. He told mother that, you know, mother, you cannot change Cheonseongjang. You cannot change name of God, mother. I love you, but this, you cannot do this. If you do this, the church will divide, mother. I'm so sorry to say this to you. If you come to, you know, America, and then, you know, and you know, if you wanna meet me, I wanna buy you McDonald's, and what you want me to buy for you. But you know what? I cannot do something that I believe that is not right. I cannot do something that I go against what I promised Father. I cannot do it. And then his pastor was very humble. Very humble. The sister in the back, daughter-in-law is a father, and then the couple staff, the sister staff, and then they also cried too. And then they thanking Hyungjin for what he did, because mother was so upset about this, and she made it such a, you know, big thing, and because she called all the leaders. But Hyungjin really embraced her, and he was in America. He went to Korea, and then he really tried to embrace mother, and then went back. But after that, she made a series of changes. series of changes, continuously changing the family pledge and changing the national anthem, and all the list of things that Hyungjinim talks about in the sermon. And then, and then he decided to break the silence. In 2013, he also went to see Mother. On Father's Ascension, around that time, he went to see Mother, and then he said the same thing to Mother too again. I was so afraid of Mother's wrath. I couldn't say anything. I was totally froze. I was just looking at the floor. But Hyungjinim said, Mother, you cannot do this. You cannot change Father's words. He said that repeatedly, same thing again. And then I can't remember when it was, but he met Mother again in the Las Vegas, one-on-one, and he met Mother again. He said same thing again to Mother. You cannot do this. If you do this, you will split the church, and then the Father will not be happy. But she was very sure. She was so sure that Father is happy about what she's doing. And her spirit is so pure, and she mentioned that Umo told her that her spirit is so pure, and then Father's rejoicing in the spirit world, and after and a couple of times Hyungjin also called Mother for Mother's Day, and he sent flower for her birthday. Things like that, but we met her in Las Vegas. In the middle of a conversation, she just walked out. Yeah, and then when we called to the Mother's Day, and Hyungjin says, Hyungjin actually said, "I love you, Mother," but she said, "I'm in the meeting. I have to go," and she said, "I can't answer your phone call." And she just stopped. I'm busy, and she walked out. And then when we went to Cheongpyeong last year, 2014, around the Father's Ascension time, and Mother refused to see him. She said she has a meeting. Unless you attend the Father's Ascension ceremony, show up your face, I'm not going to meet you. So we couldn't meet him. We couldn't meet her because at that time what they did in the Father's Ascension ceremony, they wanted to put out the they wanted to put out the Cheonilguk constitution that they made, Cheongpyeong made. So Hyungjin said, I cannot, if I be there, that means I'm agreeing with the law that goes against the Father's will, that I'm agreeing with that law. So I cannot participate in that. So